Kind of a strange situation that I find myself in here. My MLB is ready to go live. We're starting to make a little bit of money on it. Coincides with my daughter's wedding in Cancun, which is where I am right now. And outside of my door is a Indian wedding going on that they've been playing this song for a good hour and a half now. I think it's now my favorite song. We'll take a look at it here in a little bit. I also coincidentally have re-injured my ankle. Uh, I had a spill. I fell down in January and fractured my ankle, and kind of messing around in the pool yesterday here at the Hard Rock. I sort of re-injured it. It's a little puffy and kind of hurts a little bit, but I'm going to be in a wheelchair. The wedding is today, and I'll be in a wheelchair for it. Unfortunately, it's in the sand, so it's tough to walk on a ginger ankle, and it's tough to push a wheelchair as well. So I think they're making arrangements, and they're going to have a yeah, great time to get the hiccups. They're going to have like a board out there to push the wheelchair over. So kind of just a bunch of really weird things going on, kind of all at once. I don't know if you can hear that, but I mean, it's literally right up my window. When we're done here, I'm gonna we'll take a little peek at it, and I'll show you what the situation is. And I mean, golly, I just get the friggin' hiccups just as I hit the button. All right, here's what we're looking at here. Um, if you watch yesterday's, we lost $25. So the reason we're doing this is because we started doing this. Um, Opening day was like March 31st, and then shortly thereafter, I started getting the started making some simulated bets. We started with 195 bucks, wagered it all. So just a total, and I'll brighten these up here just temporarily. And we won money. First time we played, we won $1.12, and then we went into a bit of a disappointing run. Of course, we knew this would be the case because the numbers were not quite ready yet. So every day we've been making bets and lose, lose, lose. Here's one that we won. A bunch of losses. We eventually got our lowest was minus 299 uh, 4-3, and that was on the 18th of April. But then we went on a bit of a run, and you can see that these became wins. Let's see which green would work here. Nope, not that one. Let's go back to the original one. And so we were putting money in the bank, winning these games, and then we go to Cancun, have two losing nights in a row here. So what I thought we would do, it's April 26th, and I'm going to kind of do this live. Oops, we don't want to do that. We want to make the just the okay. So I want to make these the current day um, bet. So no games have been played. This is the prediction show. Um, so we're going to make this line live here, and you can see I haven't run the. That's a distraction. I haven't run the bets yet, so I'm going to show you how I'm going to do that. So here are all the games for today, and we're going to go through these kind of quickly, but I want to um, get the dollar amounts down. So we've got wagered minus 230 bucks today. We take that minus 115.77, and we add minus 230, brings us up to negative 345.77. And then the goal would be to win these games and start knocking these numbers back down. And so we're gonna this will capture all of the wins. And so we are now ready to go. Anything as the games go final, these numbers will start to increase based on the wins that we've got. And this will be our daily sum, and this will be our running tally. That's our daily net plus minus, and then this will be our running tally. And then we'll take that figure, and you can see here, we'll prop it up into that column. So everything's sort of automated. That'll be for tomorrow's contest. So everything's kind of automated. As long as we're winning, these numbers will change, and hopefully for the better. So here's a day at a glance. We got Kansas City at Detroit. We're going to start off with, let's go look at the bet sheet. So Kansas City at Detroit, we think Detroit's going to come out of their shell and bomb KC, who I like by a bunch, 13-12. And we'll get into how I come up with these numbers later. So the line, these are the Vegas lines. So there's three bets we're playing here. There's the spread, and you got to put the odds in. So the spread is Detroit plus 1.5. Vegas thinks that Kansas City is going to beat Detroit. And we say that Detroit's going to win. So we're kind of going against Vegas here. This is the money line. This is simply which team won. That's all the money line is. And then we have our totals over here. So we say Detroit 13-2 will be the final. They're giving us 1.5. We're going to take it, minus 200. The money line is minus 120. And then 7.5 is the totals, and we're going to blow that away. So we're going to take the over here on that. So what happens is as these games go final, we do find ourselves in a winning situation. We'll populate these down here, which will in turn start to populate these and start to change these numbers. Hope everyone understands that. So that's game one. Detroit plus 1.5, minus 120 on the money line, and over. Take the over. Next is Baltimore at home to Oakland. We say 5-2. Baltimore beats Oakland 5-2 at home. So we're giving away 1.5. The odds are minus 130. The money line is 290, and every time you see anything over 220 or so, that's Vegas pretty sure of this. They're looking at the pitching matchups and so forth, and I do not. Pitchers don't matter. The line is 7.5, and we say that it's going to stay under that, and that's our odds are minus 115. So we're betting $5, making 3 plays for minus 15, and then as we win, this line will override that, and we'll see what that specific game did. Dodgers at Toronto. We say Dodgers win 5-1. Minus 1.5 is the spread. Now here we're getting plus 130 here. So anytime we see a plus, we're going to double the bet. So we're going to go to $10 here, and that really inflates these here. That really helps us out. Vegas says the money line is minus 125 for the Dodgers, and we say they'll score 6 runs. The line is 8.5, and we're getting it again here. We're getting a plus 110. So again, we've doubled down on our bet. We got $10 on that under play. Cubs at Boston. We say Boston wins by 2, so we're going to take the plus 1.5. 190 on the odds. The money line is Boston minus 110, and the over/under is 7.5, and we say 6, so we're going to stay under. And here we get it again. We get the plus 100 on the under, so we're going to take that, double the bet. And so now we're playing $20 here rather than 15. Mets at home to St. Louis. We say it's going to be 5-4. And here's what we're saying here. We're saying since it's a one-run game, that 1.5 is not going to cover. So we're going to take that 1.5, even though St. Louis, we're saying they're going to lose, but they're not going to lose by 2. So we take that 1.5, and we get minus 180 on that, and the Mets will win the game. So that's who we have on the money line is the Mets minus 130. And we say it's going to be 9 runs. The line is 7.5, and so we're going to take that over with minus 125. Washington on the road at Miami. Similar situations, a one-run game, we say. So we're going to take that plus 1.5, and the money line is minus 165. We say under on the total, so that's the line is 8.5. We say 5, so we can take that under at minus 120. Cleveland, who I love. Cleveland is really having a good year. They're a good team, but Atlanta is also strong. Atlanta at home, it's a 5-3 victory for the Braves. We feel that should be minus 1.5. I'll have to fix that. That's going to be minus 1.5, and I'll come back and I'll fix that. Oh, hell, I kind of jacked this whole thing up. So we're going to have to come back to this. Uh, 8 runs, the line is 8.5. Yeah, I completely jacked that one up. We'll have to fix this. I'm going to just highlight this for my benefit so I can come back and fix it. Cincinnati at Texas. We say Texas wins the game 4-3. Another 1-run game. So we're going to take that plus 1.5 for the Reds, and we get minus 140. Texas should win the game, so minus 170 on the money line. And we say 7 runs. The line is 8.5. So we're going to take that and plus 105 and make that a $10 bet. Milwaukee at home to the Yankees. We say Milwaukee wins by a run. So we're going to take that one plus 1.5. Then we're going to get one plus 105 because Vegas says Yankees will win. And so we're going to take that anytime we see a plus. We're going to double that bet. So here's our minus 10. And then the under, we played the under. Line is 8.5. We say 5. We get 105 for that.
At this time, we'd like to welcome up Uncued family.
I'm not sure if you can hear all that. We'll take a little trip out here in a minute. Minnesota at the Angels. Minnesota, we say wins 5-3. They're going to cover that 1.5, and so we're going to get plus 145. And it looks like I missed this one, so let's make that a minus 10. Let's double down on that. And you can see our bet went from 15 to 20. Okay, so and the money line is minus 120, so Vegas feels Minnesota should win as well. The line is 8.5. We say 8, so we're going to be on that under at minus 125. Arizona at Seattle. We say Seattle prevails 4-3. We're going to take that plus 1.5. We're also going to take a plus, but here, let me just caution you. So we're getting plus 1.5, but it's minus 150 on the odds. So there's no doubling down here. This has to be a positive before we double down. Here's a positive, and we did double down. So basically, Vegas is saying that Arizona should win. And we're going against Vegas. And when you do that, you get incentives. And here's our incentive. So plus 110, that, and we'll double down on that. So 7.5 is the line. We say 7. Take the under. 2 more games to go. Philly 5-3 over San Diego. So it's minus 1.5. And we say they're going to win by 2. So we say that's a good play. And Vegas sweetens the pot here a little bit and says, well, plus 150. So plus sign, boom, double down, got the 10. I don't understand Vegas's mindset here, but I'm not going to question it because I'm getting plus money. The reason I don't understand it is the money line is Philly minus 115. It's a pretty strong play for Philly. My goodness, I think they're saying it'll be a 1-run game. I don't know. It just doesn't make a lot of sense, but I'm just going to take what I can get. The line is 7.5. We say the over here, so that's minus 115. San Francisco at home to Pittsburgh 4-3. Got another 1-run contest, so we're going to take that plus 1.5 that they're giving Pittsburgh, and then play the money line. We say San Francisco wins. 7 is the line. 8.5 is the 8.5 is the line. We say 7, so we take that under. So just had to get these on tape before the first pitch is thrown on any of these contests. We will be updating these scores as we go, and I'll do a reveal, if you will, once the games have all gone final and we know if we won or lost here on our bet line. All right, as promised, we're going to take a little tour. We're going to see a little Indian wedding. I've never been to an Indian wedding, and so if you haven't either, well, now you will be. Again, I'm just kind of hurting a little bit with my ankle, but this is just a matter of a couple steps. And so here we are at the Hard Rock Cafe in Cancun. I'm going to turn around. I'm going to look at I'm going to take a look at the wedding, and then here's the ocean in the background here. Hard Rock is just beautiful. I'm going to pan around here and take a look. All the pools, everyone's out there having fun, and here I am with a broken ankle, and I can't do anything. So that's that. Our wedding is at 5 o'clock today. We're going to be down on the beach, and that's going to be a lot of fun on a wheelchair. But I never thought I'd be walking my daughter down the aisle in a wheelchair, for heaven's sakes. All right, folks, that's going to be it for today. We'll do a wrap-up show tomorrow or tonight rather, and see if we won some money. So until then, I shall now bid you adieu.